one of the founding fathers of America, Benjamin Franklin, was asked what constitution or what governance system was being framed for America, he answered by saying a republic. And then he quickly added, if you can keep it. The second part of the answer has stood the test of time. People remember that more than the first part, which is if you can keep it. Writing constitutions appear to be the easy part of the problem. The difficult one is the commitment to constitutional rule. The UPSA Law School and One Ghana movement has for the past 4 years collaborated to organize this conversation annually around our constitution because we believe in the fact that keeping a constitution is an intentional act. So every year we've reflected on who should our speaker be. I'm sure that you will agree that in a country where everything is politicized, some will argue even common sense itself is politicized. Sometimes we have difficulties looking for who we should call on to speak. Because everyone who comes on our platform, I'm sure there are those who would spend their time trying to evaluate the person's likely political character. This year, we find ourselves in an electoral year, in which in December of this year, we're going to elect once again a new government and a new parliament. And so we thought there was no better a speaker than for us to look up to the one who arguably can be described as the architect of Ghana's electoral governance. As was mentioned by our moderator, our speaker today fits and ticks many boxes. Apart from being easily Ghana's, the father of Ghana's electoral governance, he is also an eminent statesman who can hardly be pigeonholed into a particular political box. I have to share the statements, or rather the sentiments expressed by the moderator when he indicated that one of his key characteristics is his ability to pretend there is no tension. And honestly, I don't know how he did that too. Because I famously remember 2008, if my memory serves me right, when anyone who was in this country at the time would recall that if there was ever a moment when we could say Ghana came to the brink and possibly tipping over, it must have been 2008. And then any time we saw our electoral commissioner in the process addressing the country and keeping us updated, he spoke as if there was nothing happening. At a point, I wasn't sure whether that should be a moment of excitement, knowing that your leader, by way of your electoral leader, was comfortable, or whether I should be annoyed that he doesn't appreciate the sensitivities of the time. I think one thing is clear. The future, posterity appears, the benefit of hindsight, appears to have smiled on him, given the fact that he clearly has demonstrated one thing, that neutrality, bipartisanship, and statesmanship wins the day. So we are delighted today to have a speaker of his eminence, speaker of his standing, speaker of his commitment, and the fact that he is going to speak to us as an audience here, but more importantly as a nation, given the many more who are listening outside of this place. And I'm confident that at the end of it all, by the time the lecture is over today, all of us here will be better benefited, and our country will be better advised as we move forward towards the election in December 2024.